Good thing we didn't stop at that Empire camp that we passed through on the way here.
I agree. That wouldn't have ended well.
No. It's a bit too close for the Red Keep for, my comfort zone.
Yeah.
Too dangerous.
What you guys told me about it.
I'm hoping with this fog, they won't see us.
So, Maya, are you gonna stay with us long, or?
Well, I kind of lost my entire archaeological crew during the attack on the Red Keep, so...
Oh my god.
I really have nothing else to do. I was just waiting at that inn hoping someone would come back.
I guess if you're coming with us, we should...
Probably tell you what we're up to.
Yeah, I know Jack Squad about you too.
One thing is you're probably not gonna come with us after we tell you what we're doing and what we're pretty much facing.
What are you doing?
Well...
You guys have sort of been,
It's a little complicated. But maybe you should tell us a little bit about yourself.
Or bad complicated?
A little bit of both?
I am very curious about something.
Mm-hmm.
Maya, you're an elf, so I'm wondering, how old are you?
That's not always a question you want to ask a girl.
Well, when they could live over several thousand years old, I'm kind of curious.
What?
I am 127. I know what you're thinking. I am really young for my looks.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's just what I was thinking. Yeah.
My sister's like 500 something. I don't even pay attention.
Jeez, I can't imagine what that's like, but where are you from? I'm not really familiar with the elves all that much.
Well, woods, forests, trees, sort of our thing.
Oh, elves are very naturey?
We're very naturey. We're very
I have another
in tune
question.
with our surroundings.
What kingdom do you hail from? What elven kingdom?
Because
I know there was one that way. It's a beautiful place. Trees everywhere. Massive tree houses.
Are there even elven kingdoms?
Yes.
There are, several. I just haven't
Small
been to any
ones.
of them in a while.
Did you grow up in any of the kingdoms?
Yeah, I did. Been a while since I've been there. Never was actually able to pronounce the name, which is ridiculous.
Oh.
Considering I'm an elf, and I should automatically be able to pronounce all the elvish names, but I can't. It's stupid.
You seem to have a much better grasp on our language than the elven.
Yeah.
I really do, but then again, I've spent a lot of time with your people. Well, growing up. Or I suppose your people.
Yeah, I guess that
you're
works.
both human. Your people. Your people!
We're people. We're all people.
Well, I'm satisfied with my answers I got. Do you have anything to ask?
I mean, I'm pretty alright, but... Alright. Maya... The truth about what Grayson and I are doing may be a lot darker than you might expect.
Dude. You're trying to tell me about dark? I spent 30 years in the Eastern Imperial Palace acting like a doll for the Emperor. You're trying to tell me dark?
Oh man, I'm
What
sorry.
about the genocide of thousands? People burning. Entire cities
There have
lost.
been a lot of towns burning. As of late.
Does the name Herobrine ring a bell with you?
Actually, a little bit. Since I'm an archaeologist, I've obviously done a lot of reading on history and lore and myths and such of the area. Oh boy, that's what we needed.
Yep. Grayson, it's fine. Sharing our information shouldn't be so bad. It's not like he's ever gonna find out through us. Grayson and I, we've been on a quest for a while now. We've been trying to hunt down Herobrine.
Friend.
He's a myth. You can't hunt down a myth.
He's not a myth.
Yeah, I'm afraid that is wrong.
Would you watch your friend die with him?
When you say your friend, are you...
Our friend Armin. He sacrificed...
That guy you mentioned earlier.
He sacrificed himself. Save us.
It's a long...
But him, Herobrine, whatever you want to call him, is using him, I guess you could say, a vessel.
A lot happened, and it's a really long story, but... Well, I guess I should really start from the beginning, huh?
I think you should. You sort of just chucked a bunch of
I can say my
information
side.
on me there.
You want to hear me?
Let's take turns. You go first. You seem...
Me?
Yes.
Well, you were in the Eastern Empire's court, right?
Not exactly part of the court, but Yes, I was there for it.
I was part of the West. I was respected in Emerald City. I had a wife and son. I was rewarded a beautiful, massive villa to live in.
Wow, I didn't realize you had such luxury there.
Well, I'm very rich, if you don't remember. 8 marks is quite a lot.
Yeah, you don't have to rub it in my face.
Well, Maya obviously knows of the terrible civil war that was going on between the Emperor of the West and the Emperor of the East.
Yep.
Self-claimed Emperor of the East, that is.
Mm-hmm. Do you know what he did to my people?
When Emerald City fell, it's a month. A month later, that's how long me and my family survived there. I hid the most treasured item of Emerald City, which was the dragon egg. That could literally conquer entire continents if it fell into the wrong hands.
You're the
Yeah.
one who
took
stole
it.
the dragon egg?
Yeah, I am.
You know of the dragon egg?
There was an uproar in the Eastern Palace when it disappeared. You would not believe how angry the Emperor was. It was actually really unsettling to watch.
When I took it, took my family.
Oh my
They found
gosh.
out you were the one who took it?
Yes. Well,
I remember
a close
they were-
friend. A close friend that I served with.
He betrayed you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that.
My villa was burned. The armor I got from the Hall of Heroes was gone. I lost everything.
I recall when there was the big uproar, they were hunting down whoever had taken it. And I remember someone coming into
When
the
I get
court
my
one day,
chance,
announcing that they had found the thief.
they never found me. When I get my
Probably
chance,
just said
They
that to
did.
put the public to rest.
I'm going to
Mm.
kill the Emperor.
The Emperor is corrupt?
He's more
He's a
than
self-claimed
corrupt.
Emperor. He has slaves, thousands of them.
That's horrible.
You know what he did to my people?
I don't know much about the elves.
He
I do.
marched into my kingdom, demanded our allegiance, and to make sure that we all behaved nicely and acted pretty and would come raid places with him when he demanded it, he captured at least 4 of us and made us just sit there and look pretty in his kingdom. And we just sat there and he was like, ugh.
Oh my, wait, you just sat there?
No, he would sit us at the bottom of his throne, and we'd just be sitting there as if we were like trophies, like, hey, look what I found! I'm the great emperor, I can control the elves.
That's horrible, treating people as trophies.
I was very happy when I got out. A good friend of mine helped me.
It's always nice
I
to
owe
have
her
people
a
like
lot.
that.
Well, I told my side, Maya told hers. But she's wondering about you.
Suppose it is
To
my
be
turn
honest,
then.
Curious.
I'm curious about you too, because I don't know that much about you.
I see.
Wait, you two are really good friends, but you don't know much about each other?
I've never taken
Splitting up
much
4
time
years
to
ago
explain my
kinda does that.
past. Well,
Huh.
I guess I'll start at the beginning then. It all started about, well, 4 or 5 years ago now. I'm not 100% sure about how long it's been, but it was me and Armin. We found a house, paid, I can't even remember now, maybe 3 or 6 diamonds for it. It was a very worn down place, but we liked it. It was nice.
Homie?
Yeah, it was. In fact, I don't think it's that far from us anymore.
Opposite
Oh.
direction that way. Maybe 20, 30 miles away.
Well, anyway, we lived in that house for a couple of nights when things started to turn out bad. We were not alone in that house. There was something else there. We soon discovered what the cause was, and as we told you before, Herobrine is not as mythical as you believe. He lived in that house. It was his resting place, I suppose,
Oh,
and we woke him up. And
that's not good.
we went on
I
a
met them-
We went on a
Oh,
very
continue.
long journey after that. It's kind of hard to remember, in all honesty, but there was a lot of trouble, there was a lot of adventure. It was fun, but in the end, we were separated. We got put into Herobrine's dream world. We struggled to escape. And that's where we met you, Grayson, in the Arctic base.
Yeah.
Then once we met you, we just tried to stop Herobrine, but in the end, Armin sacrificed himself, and I'm afraid that might not even have been enough. Now it seems that Herobrine has taken over Armin, and
Is he using your friend as a
Vessel.
A vessel? Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. A puppet.
What happened was Armin, at the final battle with Herobrine, tackled him into the lava with an enchanted sword that could potentially take him down forever.
Like that did anything.
I think it might have, actually, but it led to
It might have had
Herobrine's
the
choice.
opposite effect.
Armin is now a vessel.
Herobrine's body was destroyed by
There's
that
no
enchanted
will.
blade. But Herobrine, I guess, was more powerful than we ever expected and used Armin's body in place
We've
of his
both
destroyed
seen-
one.
We've both seen what Armin looks like now.
Do you know?
He's
how
starting to
they
look
explain
more and more
Herobrine?
like him.
Hmm?
You know this, Drake.
Yeah, I know.
His eye is white. He's
Yeah, my eye's white too now. What happened
Oh.
was, a little while ago, well, more than a little while ago, a year or two ago, I managed to trap Armin. Or, well, Herobrine, I suppose, since he had no control. And I trapped him under a very, very heavy spell. Lots of enchantments around it. It was at my home. And I tried to do a very, very dangerous spell that I will never again attempt unless I have much, much better protection. And it took some of Herobrine's control and will off of him, but the spell requires that another living being take what's taken away from him. And I was the only one that could handle it without the spell going haywire, so I took as much as I could out and put it onto myself. And I'm afraid that's why
That
now.
is very gutsy.
Yeah, well, I'm afraid it might not have done as much as I liked, because it looks like Armin doesn't have as much control as I thought he would. But from what I can see, I've at least freed him a little, and I guess that's good enough for now.
Perhaps if we could find some of the old tombs or some of the old scripts, perhaps we could find out more about Herobrine, perhaps.
I need to tell Drake something. Drake,
Oh,
What is it?
does the guy talk?
I didn't want to tell you this because I thought it might distract you or worry you.
Well, what's the matter?
You remember the night that I brought you to the house?
Yeah,
You had an arrow in your leg, got poison on it?
of course. Hard to forget, it
almost
just
killed me.
happened. What?
Excuse me?
Your ender sight, its eye, it glowed white, purple. I don't even remember. It's just. When I woke up, you were standing over me with a sword drawn and ready to come down on me.
My God, you should have told me.
Why? I didn't want to distract you from the important task ahead.
This isn't good. I was progressing much faster than I expected.
What exactly do you mean by that?
When I transferred over Herobrine's control onto me, I believe I transferred some of his will onto me. I think I may have separated Herobrine into two different entities. Most of Herobrine controlling Armin, but a small amount, I believe, may starting to be taken. It might start being taking control of me.
You do realize how bad that is, correct?
I'm
We
afraid
can't-
so. I didn't realize
We
it was
can't allow
progressing
it to
like
take
this.
over. We cannot.
It had just
Apart
stayed
any
to
means.
headaches, and I thought everything was going to be fine, but this, Grayson, I'm not sure what to think.
I think what we need to get rid of, Drake, if we can, is what looks like Herobrine's side of you.
We cannot risk two Herobrines running around. I wasn't even aware he existed until about 5 minutes ago,
Because
and I'm already aware of the havoc and chaos he has wreaked upon this land.
Drake,
Yeah, now
I'm
those
thinking
stories you hear.
every time you get a headache, I think it gets stronger.
I think you might be right. I think it's a feeling of progression. I'm not sure how much it'll entirely be able to take over since it's just a small portion, but I suppose with enough
Maybe it's
time, it
growing.
could grow even more than I could ever imagine.
Maybe it's growing.
I can't
We need to
say
get rid
I
of it.
feel very great after hearing that, but it's good to know. Now we can work with that.
Ugh. Getting late, I think we should go to bed. We have a
Yeah.
long journey tomorrow.
I do have a question though.
What is it?
Grayson,
Yes?
when we had just reached the river where the chalice was, you mentioned we were being followed.
I did.
Is that the guy who was following us?
What?
In the tree.
Can't be.
I'm sorry, I don't